Have you or somebody you know or somebody you lead ever faced tough times? Or are you coming into tough times, or are you currently dealing with them? If that's you, then stay tuned for this week's book breakdown of The Art of the Struggle by Reggie Flowers. Hey guys, I'm Jason Gray, and this is book number 5 of my 50 book challenge, where I read and break down 50 books in 2019 just for you. This week's book, The Art of the Struggle by Reggie Flowers, is a great book. I think it's for really anyone, but especially if you're a business owner or considering going into business. Reggie is a person who, in his early 20s, became an entrepreneur, had extreme success over a 3, 4, 5 year period, and learned some lessons in life about when you're not humble, how you can come crashing down, or bad times come, and if you're not prepared for them or you don't know how to deal with them, it can really hurt. And so he went soaring way up in the business world, and then took a big dive, and then built his way back up. And he shares during The Art of the Struggle a lot of the tips and tricks that he used to do well, and that he's seen work well with other people. So I think this can be very beneficial for you. This is only about 150 pages, so if you want a quick read, this is one of them. So let's start off with some ideas here. Progress is essential to your happiness and well-being. So if you're feeling depressed, if you're going through tough times, if things aren't always going your way, think about how you can get better, how you can do just a little bit more. Even if you don't feel like it, progress will help you out. Another thought here. Because society tells us that having negative feelings or being in a negative environment is normal, we tend to listen to the voice that actually tears us apart. You listen to that voice more because it usually relates to your current situation. You got to be careful, and we've seen some of these success books talk about that. Be careful of your negative voice inside your head, as well as the negative voices around you. Society, the news, other people. You got to tune those out, and you got to replace it with positive. Don't allow the wrong person to manipulate you into believing that what you desire for your life isn't worth it. There are a lot of people that have different opinions than you, and they may not believe what you believe. They may not think it's possible or that they could do it. Don't let them ruin your dreams. No one should steal your dreams. You only get one life, and you got to live yours to the fullest, which is what makes you happy. Another thought. If you buy someone's opinion, you're buying their lifestyle. So you'd better love their lifestyle before you buy their advice. Look, if someone has been divorced 4 times, you can learn maybe what not to do in a relationship from them, but it's hard to take a great marriage advice from that person, where you can look to someone who's been married happily for 40 years and both husband and wife give you solid advice. That advice is probably better than the first one. No one is exempt from tough times, problems, or failures. Though it may sound cliche, it's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters. Look, either you're going through tough times, you're coming out of it, or you're going into it. That's the truth. That's what is normal. But the question is, how are you going to respond? And a lot of the points we're covering today, and that you see in a lot of successful people, it's really not the how to actually do something hands-on, while there are some ideas of that, but it's how to think. It's your thinking that's really going to take you from where you're at to where you want to be. Remember, fear is not real. So in life, there is no return policy. You don't get another do-over. You don't get to take it back. So just go for it, really, is the message there. So here's a question, and be honest with yourself. Are you constantly complaining and blaming others for your circumstances? Well, if you are unhappy, it's your fault. If you are broke and have been working for years, it's your fault. If you've been trying to lose weight and you haven't, it's your fault. If you're an emotional wreck, it's your fault. It's time for you to step up in your life, take total control and ownership. No one has the power to change your life but you. To some people that may sound harsh, but that is the slap of reality that we all need. It's really up to us. And now we may have some bad luck or challenges or genetics or stuff that makes our starting point or harder or the hurdles bigger, but who cares? We got to deal with it. And we're going to have other good luck or advantages now, in the past or the future, that others haven't had as well. So you got to play the hand you're dealt. Some tips here. You got to face your fears. Listen, everyone has fears. The trick to the people who are more successful or looking like they're doing better is they face the fear a little bit more. So while it might have been this scary in the beginning, maybe now it's only this scary for them. The more you face it, the less scary it becomes. But even the most successful people still get nervous or scared. I heard an interview in the top of Beyonce's career. She would still get super nervous to go on stage. And she's more of an introvert, naturally wants to stay to herself, but on stage she's a ferocious, strong performer. Why? Because that's her mindset and the character and persona she knows is successful and works, and she wants to inspire others. Doubt is dangerous. Isn't that the truth? So doubt can't exist and positive thoughts at the same time. Dream big. Dreaming is nourishment to your mind, body, and soul. Dreams are fertilizer for a happy life. Dreaming connects you with your inner self. It allows you to see a preview of what's to come. So guys, dream and dream bigger than ever. Write down your dreams. Think about them. Visualize them. Create a dream board. People think it's a waste of time or tacky sometimes, but I promise you that's going to bring a lot more positivity, and it's going to kind of attract it into your life. Mastering the struggle requires you to master your emotions. You must take full control over your emotional state. Easier said than done, but emotions usually cloud logic, right? So we have to recognize some negative or bad emotions and stop them, stifle them, calm them down quicker than we're used to. The reason people are unfulfilled is because they know deep down they can become much more. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? When you receive your tax refund, you still have a responsibility to treat the money right. Learn to invest instead of spend. And that's a lot of what I do with my business, is helping people understand how money works and how to make disciplined, informed, educated decisions to grow their money as opposed to wasting it, losing it, or letting it sit. The law of engagement. You must be a part of your own rescue. The only person responsible for the overall outcome of your life is you. It's your responsibility to make the necessary corrections and changes to live a great life. Your family, friends, and coworkers do not determine your quality of life. Only you have that power. Now look, family, friends, jobs, coworkers, they all play a role, but how you think about that and how you respond to that and what you do about that is going to make all the difference. So the power is in your hand. Human nature is funny. We tend to want what we can't have, and we're motivated by fear of what we stand to lose instead of what we hope to gain. Hey, comment below, are you more motivated by fear of missing out or losing, or just motivated by fear, or are you more motivated by hopes, dreams, and goals? Let me know below. I've learned over the years that when facing struggles in your life, you have to choose fear or faith. It's very simple. We are either seeking pleasure or avoiding perceived pain. Most people associate the word struggle with pain and therefore avoid it at all costs. But I'll argue with you that it's how you respond to it and the way you think about it, because struggle can be viewed as good also, couldn't it? Look, a butterfly or a caterpillar only becomes a butterfly, and a butterfly that's able to spread its wings and fly by going through struggle. You've only learned to walk or lift weights or run or jump by going through struggle of growth and falling down and doing things that are tough for you. And it's the same thing with relationships or business or skills, is you have to start before you're bad, be bad before you're okay, okay before good, and good before great. Hey, we've all failed to address our problems head on. When we look back, we'll admit that we should have made that phone call, asked those tough questions, or simply said I love you to those special people in our lives when we had the chance. Don't live with regrets, do it now. The only way, though, to avoid making mistakes would be to do absolutely nothing. Look, if you're trying something, if you're going with your gut, if you're just out there making things happen, you're going to make mistakes. The key is to learn from them. Making mistakes brings clarity. Mistakes aren't designed to paralyze you. They're crafted to educate, encourage, and move you in the correct direction. See if you think the right way, how you can look at things in such a positive light and turn pretty much anything into a good. All right, let me find this page here. It would be kind of silly if we told children to stop trying or to just give up when they make mistakes. By nature, we are natural encouragers, and when our children are going through challenges, we encourage them to persevere through it. Don't you think that you should do the same for yourself? Why don't you? Now that you're an adult, are you too old to encourage yourself or other adults? Again, I just wanted to give you some additional perspective on how to look at mistakes. Please remember that you need mistakes in your life to witness progress. Change is inevitable, but progress is not. So again, focus on progress. It's not a poor decision that leads to a poor life. It's a series of poor decisions that lead to a poor life. Better decision making will lead to an extraordinary life. So you have to be disciplined. You have to be progressing and looking for education. You have to recognize there are consequences to everything that you're doing. And just like eating one brownie today won't do much to my physique or my overall health. But if I have a brownie every day or twice a day, even if the negative results don't show up for 6 months, we all know that's probably not going to be good for me. So I have to have the discipline to not do that. Just like I know that walking for 30 minutes a day or drinking lots of water, or eating lots of vegetables are good for me. So, and that might not show up the results today if I just started doing that, but over 6 months, of course, the results would be there. Here's a key. Here's a to-do. Turn your shoulds into musts. I should go to the gym tomorrow. I should work out 5 times this week. Instead of saying I should, turn it into I must. In your business, I should call 20 people a day. I must call 20 people a day. Here's how you equip yourself, okay? You need to have vision, which is seeing beyond your current circumstances. Hey, when you're going through the struggle, it's hard to see the positive or the light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to focus on it. You have to write it down, talk about it, think about it, read about it, visualize it over and over and over again and say, I'm going there. Mindset, you have to strengthen your mental muscle. Your brain is a muscle. Standards, demand more of yourself. You have to have high standards. And then perspective, what's true to you will become your view, will become reality. So the way you think, whatever you're saying, you're going to believe it. So make sure it's positive. Make sure it's going down towards the right direction and towards your vision. A vision offers you superhero-like powers of transformation. You will achieve what you regularly envision. So make sure it's big and make sure it's exciting, but make sure you're always thinking about your vision. I always thought it was cool that the sun restored Superman. In your life, you have kryptonite people or challenges around, and sometimes it feels like it's killing you. The sun is to Superman what your vision is to you. Your vision will restore you, replenish you, and recharge you. This will define who you really are. I think the biggest difference between a vision and a dream is the degree of clarity. If a dream is a trailer, a vision is the movie. The trailer for an upcoming movie only provides fragments. The movie lays out the plot, catalyst, and conclusion. Trust it will be a box office hit because the writer, director, and producer is your creator. All right, guys, we're about halfway done here. Hang in there. Keep getting these nuggets. Write them down. Use them. And if it's not for you, it's for somebody you know, right? Whenever you are giving birth to a new you, there will be labor pains. My vision protected me from believing what my eyes were seeing. Circumstances can manipulate you into believing that your struggle is permanent. Without vision, I would have perished, given up. There's no question about it. You have to take time to nourish your vision. Consistently investing time in your vision is paramount. I believe that everyone is given an amazing vision for their life. The challenge is overcoming your doubt about achieving the vision. The more I envisioned, the more I believed it was possible to triumph. Wow, it's powerful. So how do you develop a compelling vision? Hey, comment below, let me know, or let all of us know, some ways that you work on your vision and or any thoughts or comments you have about vision in general. You should decide to love freely, eat healthier, start a business, spend more time with family, contribute to your community, wake up earlier, and be on time. Some of those sound big, but reality, we all agree with most of that at least. So why aren't we always doing that? Because that's not always as comfortable or easy, and it takes effort. But we must put that effort out there, shouldn't we? As your standards improve, your overall performance and progress improves. So when you start having higher standards like that and bigger goals and a better vision, it's going to take a better you. It's common to feel like you're the only one facing the issue, but that's not the truth. You are not the only one struggling, and you're not the only one struggling with that exact thought or situation. So that's why it's important to have community. It's important to have mentors or people around you that are successful. And success is not just money. That's only one measurement. It's happiness. It's a good lifestyle. It's being healthy. It's living and doing the things that you want to do. But have those people around you so you can go to them and get wisdom and encouragement. Law number 4 is empowerment. You must fuel progress. When you obtain new knowledge, skills, and philosophies, the worst thing you can do is not put what you know into action. Empowerment is what to do, how to do it, and why you do it. You must put these new skills to test, evaluate your outcome, and adjust when necessary. You've all heard that knowledge is power, right? And knowledge helps you out, but that's not really true. It's knowledge plus action is power. You can be the most knowledgeable person in the world, but if you stay home all day and never share it with anyone or never do anything about it, it's just a waste. Visualize escaping from the struggle. It is different than wishing it was over. So a lot of times people pray or talk about, man, I wish this was over. I wish I can get by this. That's okay to do, but envision what it's going to look like when you're out of it. And all the good that's coming up and what you can do next and what that outcome is going to be because you do that. Think about where you're going, not where you are, and you're going to be much more focused and positive even if where you are is in a negative spot. Finally, one of the greatest action limiters in our instinctive need is our instinctive need to make excuses. I heard an incredible man once say that excuses are nothing more than an argument for your limitations. Guys, you can either make progress or make excuses, but you can't make both. So please choose progress and get rid of excuses. Slap yourself, hey, that's an excuse when you hear yourself telling that to your kids, to your family, to your coworkers. Desire is the starting point for all achievement, not hope. Not a wish, but a keen, pulsating desire that transcends everything. And that was said by Napoleon Hill, who studied the most successful people and really taught us what it looks like to become successful and how to think. We live in a world that puts less emphasis on faith than fear. Faith and fear are complete opposites of one another. So stronger faith is going to be required for your journey ahead. All right? So you have to have faith, cast out doubt, cast out fear. And the last point I'll share with you here is yet the law of elevation, which growth impacts everything around you. When you are intentional about growing, everyone and everything around you is positively affected. Hey, if you liked this week's book, The Art of the Struggle, you can pick it up in the description below. I hope that you understand that if you're going through some tough times right now, or know some people that are, it's not forever, and you too can get out of it if you choose to, and you will. It's all about your mindset, so think about your vision, make progress in all areas of your life, one day at a time. Keep your vision stronger than your doubts and your fears, block those out, apply the rest of the tips, and join me in the pursuit of greatness.